One thing I feel like more people need to do is learn how to be alone. Learn how to be by yourself. Stop looking for the company of other people all the time. Stop looking for distractions, shit to do, next party to attend to, next time niggas going to the club, next time niggas going to the bar, the next event. Stop looking for all that shit, man. Learn to be by yourself and your own thoughts. And a lot of people don't like doing that because that's when there's no distractions. You can't hide. You can't hide from shit you're afraid about, shit you've been worrying about, things you have to do. You're alone with your thoughts. That shit can be real scary. Especially to someone with low self-esteem. Someone that just pushes their thoughts back all the way into the back corner of their mind, trying to distract themselves all the time. But once you learn how to deal with the emptiness, the loneliness, granted, nobody wants to be lonely, not even me. I like spending a lot of alone time with myself, but I don't consider myself lonely because I have people that in my life that, you know, I can talk to, I care about, and I fuck with them. But when you're lonely, you just don't have anybody. That's how it feels. It's a terrible feeling. That's something else entirely. But being alone, being comfortable in your aloneness, that's very important. This goes for relationships as well. If you can't find yourself without having a partner at all times, that's just unhealthy, man. You gotta learn to live with yourself and have love for yourself without any external validation, without anybody complimenting you or telling you how much they love you every day, or, you know, communicating with somebody. Like, sometimes you need to separate yourself. Sometimes you need to find yourself just to move to that next step. Maybe that's what's holding you back. You haven't had enough time with yourself to really build a plan or build anything, to realize even who you are. Like, some people just walk around not knowing who they are or what they like, or, you feel me? Like, you could ask somebody, who are you? And they wouldn't know the answer to that question. Now, if you're one of those people, you have to start, like, you feel me? Spending time with yourself. Knowing what you like, what you don't like, what your boundaries are, what your boundaries aren't. Sometimes as people, we find ourselves doing things to appease other people. Then we'll be like, oh, I didn't like that I did that. Or not even. A lot of people don't even have that conversation with themselves. A lot of people get that feeling. Like, you know, when you didn't handle a situation in a way that you wanted to handle it. Like, somebody overstepped the boundary, you didn't do nothing about it, you just let them. And then you get that icky feeling like, I don't like that I did that. Or like, you had an opportunity to say something. It doesn't even have to be disrespect. Like, you had an opportunity to say something like, raise your hand in class to answer a question the teacher was asking. Nobody raised their hand. But you knew the answer the whole time. And you get that feeling like, maybe I should have said something. Why did I say nothing? It's an icky feeling. It's a bad feeling. That's you realizing, that's your brain realizing that you didn't like that you did that. Whether it be from anxiety or it's because you're scared or in fear, your brain didn't like that shit. You gotta realize shit that you don't like, man. Because once you spend more time with yourself, you can realize, like, yo, I don't really like these people. I don't really like my friends. These people aren't even my friends. They treat me like shit. I'm the butt of the joke in every joke that they make. When you spend time with yourself, you have a lot more things to reflect on. Because your brain is not being stimulated. There's no fluff. It's just what it is. That's why when people tell me, like, I had somebody tell me, the way to learn about yourself is by asking other people, because we ourselves are biased. We can't tell how we really are compared to other people. Once you have these conversations with yourself and you aren't distracting yourself 24/7, you're actually paying attention to who you are. You don't have to hear from other people to know how you really are. Yo, how would I really act in this situation? Like, you know, a lot of us have to do that. It's just the best thing for self-actualization. It really is. Oh, and I say that you would know yourself the best because you eat, sleep, live in your own body every day since birth. However old you are, that's how many years you've been in your own body. You sleep alone, you wake up alone, depending if you're in a relationship or whatever, right? but you dream alone. You spend the most time with yourself out of anybody in your day. How can you not know yourself? How can you not walk alone in your path? Like, you know what? You gotta separate yourself, man. And if you're not used to it, it's not easy. For me, my whole life, I felt like I've been alone. I felt like the only child. I felt like I had people around me, but you know what I'm saying? I felt lonely for a lot of my life. So I'm used to it. I'm happy with being alone, and it brings me comfort. But a lot of other people can't say the same. But once you learn how to do that, it's just a lot of benefits to it. It gives you perspective on yourself. And even other people around you, like, you notice more things. You use your brain more because you're thinking more. A lot of people have a bad connotation with being lonely and by yourself. I think it's two different things, honestly. And the more comfortable that you are with it, the farther you're going to get. That's why people will be confused when I don't want to talk all the time. It'll be like, you feel me, girls I'm talking to, like, I don't want to talk to them all the time, or like, I need my space. There's no shade about that, but I like my space. My space just brings me comfort. Yeah, the more time you spend alone with yourself, the better you're gonna understand yourself. And that's not gonna do you no wrong.